Sex is a powerful and often controversial topic, and that's why thousands of people search online on Google for, "What does the Bible say about sex?" Read this short guide to understand biblical perspectives and their relevance to modern life. The Bible, one of the most influential texts in human history, has much to say about it. Whether you are a seasoned Bible reader or new to the subject, understanding what the Bible says about sex is crucial for grasping its teachings on morality, relationships, and human nature. This article will provide a comprehensive look at what the Bible teaches about sex, offering insights from both the Old and New Testaments. We will explore specific verses, provide historical context, and discuss the relevance of these teachings in modern life. What does the Bible say about sex? The Bible addresses sex in various contexts, from creation to marriage to moral conduct. Let's explore some key verses to understand what the Bible says about sex. Biblical references. The Bible addresses sex in various contexts, from creation to marriage to moral conduct. Let's explore some key verses. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, KJV. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, CJB. This is why a man is to leave his father and mother and stick with his wife, and they are to be one flesh. This verse, from the creation narrative, highlights the sanctity of the marital bond and the unity of husband and wife through sex. It shows what the Bible says about sex within the context of marriage. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 18, KJV, flee fornication. Every sin that a man doth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 18, CJB, run from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the fornicator sins against his own body. Paul's warning to the Corinthians underscores the spiritual and physical implications of sexual immorality, reinforcing what the Bible says about sex and its misuse. Contextual explanation. In Genesis, the context is the creation of humankind and the establishment of marriage. This foundational text emphasizes the importance of sexual unity within the marriage covenant. The Corinthian passage reflects the early Christian community's struggles with maintaining moral integrity in a society rife with sexual immorality. Paul's letters often addressed such ethical dilemmas, urging believers to uphold higher standards. Thematic analysis. Sex in the Bible is portrayed both as a divine gift and a potential source of moral downfall. In Genesis, it signifies unity and procreation within marriage. In 1 Corinthians, it warns against the misuse of sexuality outside God's design. The consistency lies in the emphasis on sex as sacred and bound to moral and spiritual principles, illustrating what the Bible says about sex in different contexts. Practical application. In today's world, where views on sex vary widely, biblical teachings offer timeless principles. For instance, the idea of sex as a bond within marriage can foster deeper connections and mutual respect between partners. Avoiding sexual immorality can lead to healthier relationships and personal integrity. Understanding what the Bible says about sex can guide individuals in making ethical and moral decisions in their personal lives. Scholarly insights. Biblical scholars like N.T. Wright and Karen H. Jobes offer deeper insights into these teachings. Wright notes that the biblical view of sex is rooted in the concept of covenant, a sacred, binding agreement. Jobes emphasizes the transformative power of aligning one's sexual ethics with biblical principles. Why you should never ignore biblical teachings on sex. Ignoring biblical teachings on sex can lead to misunderstanding and misapplying one of life's most intimate aspects. Embracing these teachings helps cultivate healthy, fulfilling relationships. FAQ about what does the Bible say about sex? What does the Bible say about sex before marriage? The Bible teaches that sex is intended to be within the confines of marriage. Verses like Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4 emphasize the sanctity of the marriage bed and warn against sexual immorality. This aligns with the broader understanding of what the Bible says about sex. Is sex a sin according to the Bible? Sex itself is not a sin, it is a gift from God meant for marriage. However, the Bible warns against sexual immorality, which includes sex outside of marriage and other forms of sexual misconduct. How does the Bible view sexual immorality? Sexual immorality is viewed as a serious sin in the Bible. It is often linked with spiritual impurity and moral corruption. Believers are urged to flee from it and maintain purity. Can married couples enjoy sex according to the Bible? Yes, the Bible encourages married couples to enjoy sex as a means of bonding and procreation. The Song of Solomon, for example, celebrates the love and physical attraction between a husband and wife. What resources can help me understand the Bible's teachings on sex? Reading biblical commentaries, joining study groups, and consulting theologians or clergy can provide deeper insights into the Bible's teachings on sex. Books by scholars like N.T. Wright and Karen H. Jobes are also valuable resources. What does God say about having sex? God views sex as a good and natural part of human life when it is within the bounds of marriage. It is intended for bonding and procreation, reflecting the unity and love in a marital relationship. What are the rules of sex in the Bible? The Bible sets clear boundaries for sexual behavior, promoting sex within marriage and condemning sexual immorality, which includes adultery, fornication, and other forms of illicit sexual conduct. How does the Bible view sex? The Bible views sex as a divine gift meant to be enjoyed within the context of marriage. It is a means of deepening the bond between husband and wife and fulfilling God's command to be fruitful and multiply. Understanding how the Bible views sex helps us appreciate its sacredness. What did Jesus teach about sex? Jesus upheld the sanctity of marriage and warned against lust and adultery. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 27-28, he taught that even looking at someone with lustful intent is akin to committing adultery in one's heart, emphasizing purity and fidelity.